Hi LCS artists, it's Mrs. Peterson here. Today we're going to be making artwork inspired by the Japanese artist Yayoi Kusama. And here's a book about her life. She is an artist that is famous for using polka dots in all of her artwork, whether that's paintings or sculptures or interactive exhibits. So let's get started. Today I'm going to be holding my paper horizontally and I'm going to write my name with pencil on the back, and then I'm going to write my room number, and then I'm going to flip my paper over so that I can't see my name anymore. Once I have my paper flipped over, I'm going to start to make some large circles. For this project, we're going to be using colored pencil and we're going to be using marker. If you don't have those supplies, you could always use crayon. So with my colored pencils, I'm going to make large circles randomly on my paper. This artwork is going to be called a non-objective work of art, which means that it doesn't have people, plants, or animals, or any other objects in it. It's only made of shapes that are random throughout the image. So I'm just going to start. I drew a circle, and your circle does not have to be perfect. Just try your best. And then I'm going to go in with my colored pencil and I'm going to color in the entire circle nice and neat as best as I can. Try to make these circles nice and large. It's going to be easier for you if you make them large rather than small. And you can put these randomly on your paper. You do not have to put your circles exactly where I am putting mine. Some of your circles can be semicircles, like they're going off the page. So here I drew half of the circle, which is called a semicircle. And then I'm just going back in and I'm doing my very best coloring. So I'm going to continue working on my circles and semicircles, and I'm going to probably make 7 or 8 circles and color them with colored pencil. And then I will check back in with you for the next step. Now I have 7 circles on my paper. You can always have a couple more or a couple less. That's no big deal. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a different color that I have not used yet, and I'm going to use a marker this time. And I'm going to go behind all of my circles and make polka dots. So I'm just going to draw a circle and color it in. And I'm going to fill my background, which is all of the white area, with polka dots in random sizes. You could use one color for this, or you could use many different colors. The trick is you just want to try to use a color that is not in any of the circles. I now have my whole background filled with polka dots in random sizes. The last step is I'm also going to decorate all of my circles with colored pencil with a design with marker so they pop out a little bit. So I'm just going to pick colors that are similar to the colors of the circle. So this circle is a turquoise color, so I'm going to get a turquoise colored marker, or I could use a blue marker. And I'm going to trace around the circle. And remember, when I trace something, I always like to turn my paper as I'm working. It makes it easier to trace. And then I'm going to think of some kind of pattern or design that I can put inside of this circle. So maybe I want to do some squiggly lines. This project almost reminds me of planets or an outer space kind of project. So now I have one circle finished, so then I'd go on to my next circle. I'd pick a color that is similar to the circle itself. So this one was purple, so I'm just gonna take a purple marker and trace around the outside. And once again, I'm turning my paper. And then I'm going to once again think of some kind of design or pattern that I could put inside of that. So maybe I'll put a spiral inside of this one. So I'm almost finished. I'm just going to continue working on all of the designs inside of my circles. Now this project could be finished just as it is right now with the lines on top of all the colored pencil circles, but I think it needs just one more detail. So I'm going to pick just one more color that I have not used, and I'm going to go back in the background and I'm going to add just another extra layer of little tiny dots in my white background just to add that extra pop. So I will finish these dots and then I think I will finally be done with this project. Wow, that was a lot of dots to draw, but I love how this project turned out. Remember, this is a non-objective work of art, so there are no objects or people or animals or plants. I just have designs made of lines and shapes. To make this project, I drew circles and semicircles with colored pencil. Then I went back in and added a very dotty background. And I finally traced all of my circles and added designs on each circle. This artwork definitely reminds me of Yayoi Kusama's artwork. I can't wait to see your dotty creations. Thanks for making art with me, and I'll see you soon.